Hi guys, we're back. Hope you've battened down the hatches. It's a bit windy out there this week. Hope things are well. Hope you're keeping safe. And hi guys, how we doing? Hope we're keeping well. Hope we're keeping safe. It's a bit wild out there at the minute. Things are getting blown around quite a bit outside the shed here, so I'm trying to make do with what I can. I do apologise if there's any background noise. We're going to do another spooky reaction video. We're going back to MINDJUNKIE. This one is, what did she really see in the monitor? Let's hope there's some good creepy stuff that we haven't seen before. Let's get scared. If you wouldn't mind popping by his channel, the link is in the description. And while you're at it, if you wouldn't mind hitting a thumbs up on this channel, on this video, try and draw some views in, I'll be grateful for that. I've just got blinded because my curtains blew down. You just give us a sec. Let's see if that holds any better. Right, in the meantime, let's get the cans on, give it a watch. And let's hope there's some good creepy stuff, y'all.
It's late at night when Delaney suddenly hears something through her baby monitor, but it's not her baby crying, it's something else. A low, raspy breathing, like a grown person is in the room, just standing there. Alarmed, Delaney grabs her phone and starts filming the monitor, wanting to document whatever it is that's making that sound. But what the camera captures is far more terrifying than anything she could have imagined.
The hell?
Delaney shared this footage online with the terrifying caption, "What did my camera just capture?" And well, viewers believe that this is something evil, something demonic. But what do you think?
What the hell are you? Is that not just somebody going in to tuck the bairn in, I guess? I guess not. What the hell? We didn't hear any growls either.
A man who goes by the username Davo Valkrat lives in a small town in Mexico. Davo recently bought an old doll from a street market, but ever since bringing it home, things inside his house have taken a terrifying turn. He claims to hear strange whispers at night, knocks at the door, but whenever he checks, no one's there. He began recording everything to figure out what was going on, but nothing could have prepared him for what the camera would soon capture.
Estoy trabajando. Disculpen el reguero. Ahí están mis perritos durmiendo. Son las 5:23 de la mañana. Estoy trabajando. Y de... 5:23 de la mañana, 5:24 ya, para los que dicen que... Para los que dicen que ocurre nada más a las 3 de la mañana, no. Son las 5 ya de la mañana. Con 24 minutos. Ahí están mis perritos. Están durmiendo. Y lo curioso es... Alexa, luz del cuarto blanco frío.
Muy bien.
Están escuchando. Escuchen. Son susurros. Y no hay nadie, ¿eh? No Siempre los muestro que no hay nadie para que luego no digan, no, es que es uno de, qué sé yo, de tus amigos, de tus familiares o lo que sea. No hay absolutamente nadie.
As Davo is on his computer, bangs and knocks startle him. But then, did you hear it? A
Yeah,
voice
I've
calls
been
out
missing,
from his window, which spooks him, but then seconds later, loud knocks echo off the door again. Voices continue, but when Davo goes to check, there's no one out there. Creep.
So my tuppence on this, like, from, I mean, it was a while ago we saw this one. I think it was a couple of months at least. But the guy obviously works with music or sound because he's on his PC. He's got a list of bloody WAV files and stuff that he's mucking about with. And the fact the dogs don't seem to react to any of it sort of makes you think, has he done this? Which still sort of resonates with us on this viewing. Nothing's really changed there. It all seems very sus. I mean, the sounds are dodgy as it is, and then obviously there's the knocking and stuff. The dogs would react to that, like, regardless. And the fact he doesn't seem that bothered by it. But if I'm wrong, let us know, please.
Out, he checks his home including the outside, but again he finds no one. But this was only the beginning, because on another night at 3:43 a.m. he's disturbed again.
Son las 3:43 de la mañana y justo otra vez. Luego empiezo a sentir adrenalina. Por eso respiro así. Encendí la linterna.
Oh, God, excuse me.
No hay nadie. Todo está totalmente cerrado.
Davo is disturbed by the sounds of screaming coming from outside his room, but then loud knocking again can be heard on his door. He rushes to open it, but no one's there. And again, did you hear it? What sounds like a woman whispering can be heard, but Davo doesn't hear it. He flicks the light on again, but the place is empty. But as he makes his way back to his room, this happens.
No entiendo qué.
Nah, I'm not sold at all on this one, mate. Sorry.
¿Qué más?
Para los que me dicen que me vaya de la casa. Manchen. Es bien fácil decirlo.
banging on his back door spooks him, but when he goes to look, no one's out there. But as he turns back inside, the sounds of heavy footsteps can be heard running towards him. Creeped out beyond words, he heads back inside, but then knocking can be heard on his back door again, followed by the voice of someone. Concerned, he turns around to look, and then the sounds of footsteps running quickly towards him are heard again. After experiencing this, Davo decides to try and contact whatever might be the cause of all of this with a Ouija board. However, after doing so, things take an even scarier turn. Just one day
You've been doing better looking through his weird files, I think.
later, as he's walking through the house, his camera captures something chilling.
¿Ven? No es nada. La muñeca está bien, no se ha movido.
He didn't see it, apparently. Like a plastic head, isn't it, or something? Could be wrong. It looks plastic.
Did you spot
anyhow.
it? As Davo walks through his home, something can be seen peeking out of an open doorway, but he doesn't notice it. And when he turns the light on, whatever was just there has mysteriously vanished, like it was never there. Davo believes that all this strange activity is paranormal and tied to the doll he purchased at the street vendor. So, could it be that the doll Davo brought home carried something with it? Something that now refuses to leave. Whether it's a spirit or something darker, the activity in his home seems to be escalating. And if this figure he caught on camera really is the thing behind it all, then Davo might be dealing with something far more sinister than just a haunted object. But as always, let me know what you think of this one down in the comments.
Yeah, so sad as that, like, to be fair. Pretty creepy story. But I think that's all that is. A story, unfortunately. Let us know if you think I'm wrong.
Reddit user EMF4 Paranormal recently shared this unsettling clip from a paranormal investigation inside a reportedly haunted school. He and his girlfriend were exploring the building late at night when they decided to conduct a spirit box session inside the old gymnasium. There was no breeze whatsoever and no open doors or windows, and the air was so thick with humidity that condensation was forming on the floor. While filming, his girlfriend suddenly says she feels something touch her hair but brushes it off, thinking it might just be a bug. But when they got home and reviewed the footage, they saw this.
Sorry. I think that was my hair or something.
A piece of her hair, completely still one moment, suddenly flicks to the side as if something tugged on it. There's no visible cause, and with the humidity that night, static electricity was ruled out. The OP insists this video is unedited and says they've tried to debunk everything, but they just can't explain what happened. So, what could have touched her hair? Possibly something they couldn't see? Trying to
Weird.
make contact? Let me know what you think.
Well, that's a pretty weird one. Like, I thought initially somebody might have been on a string and they pulled it from behind her or something, but it sort of comes straight up under her chin as opposed to the side. So it's a weird one, that. Her reaction seemed quite legit, but weird shit, man. There is no what you guys make of that. Good one.
This next image was shared by a Reddit user who goes by the name Musical Mama 2. She says the photo was taken at her brother's wedding back in 2010 during a small ceremony held in a Philadelphia apartment. At the time,
Yeah,
no
we were
one
saying this one
noticed
recently as
anything
well.
strange. It was just a quick picture of the newlyweds and some family smiling for the camera. But years later, when the photo resurfaced in a family album, someone finally noticed what had been hiding in plain sight. Do you see it? Look at the mirror. We can see the reflection of the bride, but behind is, well, someone who, if we look behind the bride, isn't there. The face is grey, with what looks like dark hair, and is completely out of place. The OP says this face doesn't match anyone who was there, and that it doesn't appear in any other wedding photos, and no one remembers anyone standing in that position at that time. So what or who is it? The OP posted this photo to the subreddit Ghosts, indicating that they think it's something paranormal. But what do you think?
It is pretty creepy, that, to be fair. Like, the way the face seems to be sort of blurred out, but it could just be pareidolia. There might be something in the cupboards or something behind her that sort of gives the impression of a face or whatever. But it is creepy regardless, like, but it's still, I'm still unsure about this one. I was saying it a while ago, and it's still a bit, even on second viewing, it seems pretty damn creepy, like. Let us know what you guys think.
This next video was recorded by a static camera at a family's summer home. According to the homeowner, just a few weeks earlier, their beloved dog passed away. The pup had spent years by their side and always slept in the same quiet corner of the living room. Then, one night, something strange happened. Her husband had been going through old photos of the dog, and not long after, she received a motion alert from their security camera at the summer house where the dog had loved to sleep. When she opened the footage, this is what she saw.
Lion dog. That's a pretty vivid orb, that, like.
An orb, which people interested in the paranormal believe to be a spirit, can be seen floating around the room. The uploader, who goes by the username Fabiana Sanchez Rest on Instagram, says that she believes this is the spirit of her dog visiting them. Now,
Looks
this
a nice
brings me on
space.
to the next clip, which was sent in by a subscriber named Cameron, who lives
It looks like a nice space, that, to be fair. And again, I think I've said this a few times. It'd be nice to think that they do still sort of linger and go to the favourite places and stuff, like people as well as animals, to be fair. Like, but yeah.
with her family in Honolulu, Hawaii. She
Let's see
says
what
the
the linked
house
one
is
is.
so old that even a light breeze makes the walls creak, and most nights, when she's up late, she checks the blink camera in the living room anytime she hears something unusual. But on the night of December the 27th, 2024, something felt different. Curious, she opened her blink camera app and saw this.
Phew. The cat doesn't seem bothered, like. It seemed to pick up on that one, like, moving there. Weird. And then they're
Two
gone.
bright orbs
That's
of
mad.
light plus one not so bright can be seen floating around in the living room. The orbs move with purpose and even seem to change direction mid-air. And what's more is that Cameron's cat notices them. But here's where the story becomes truly emotional. Just one day earlier, on December the 26th, Cameron's great aunt, her grandpa's oldest sister, passed away in a hospice, and Cameron believes this moment was when her spirit came home. She writes, "I believe it was my grandpa's sister and her parents reuniting together in the afterlife. My great-grandparents lived in this house, so I think she came looking for them and found them here." She also adds that her 2-year-old daughter sometimes looks around the house and points into empty rooms, waving and calling out "Papa" to people she's never met. Cameron says she's never really believed in orbs, not until this night. Now, some people might say like, it's just dust, or it's a bug. But well, does dust or do bugs really act like this? You decide.
Yeah, it's a nice story, that, like, to be fair. Again, I would like to think stuff like that could happen. But let us know what you guys make of that.
Do you have a creepy clip to share? Send your scary footage to our email address, contactmindjunkie@gmail.com, and we might feature it on the channel. TikTok user @crazywvwoman says she and her family kept hearing strange noises coming from one of the upstairs rooms in their house. Thing is, no one uses that room. It's just an empty space. So, curious and a little creeped out, they set up a Ring camera to see what might be going on. And later that night, their camera caught this.
The fuck? What?
All of a sudden, one of the doors mysteriously opens all on its own, and then, if you look closely, a small dark shape can be seen moving behind the glass.
If you look
But
closely.
what is it? The uploader says she doesn't know what this thing is after being questioned by a viewer in the comments. So, the question remains, just what the f*** is that?
Exactly, mate. Exactly. What is that? Awful.
This next unsettling clip was recorded by a mother during a quiet evening out with her daughter. They're relaxing in a public plaza, surrounded by families. Her little girl wanders just a few steps ahead, laughing, playing, enjoying the time. But suddenly, something stops her in her tracks.
What?
Caught on camera as the girl runs forward, she abruptly turns, her smile fades as she glances behind her. It's almost like she heard something or sensed something wanting her attention. But then, suddenly, her dress is pulled by something we can't see. The girl looks around, but no one is there. However, she is clearly aware that something pulled on her dress. Her mother, who is still filming, doesn't react at first, but later, when she reviews the footage, she notices the moment and realizes it's much more chilling than she thought. So, what exactly
That's
happened
creepy
here? Did
as that.
something unseen reach out for the little girl? Comment below with your thoughts on this one.
She does almost stop as if to say, like, if she stood on something or looked like sort of tried to avoid something or heard something. It's weird. And then the dress definitely gets pulled. That is mad. There's no real reason for her to do that and nobody near her. Well, what was it, guys? Let us know what you guys make of that.
Explorer Mike ventures out into the deep forest of Brazil in search of an abandoned school. Apparently, people say it has a dark history and that strange things still happen in there. Intrigued, Mike searches for it, and after a while, he stumbles across it.
What the hell? Yeah, I didn't recognize this at first. We have seen parts of this. I didn't recognize that picture of the photo of the missing person. That's peculiar. It did look like it had been placed there, though. But these are just creepy.
As Mike explores the school, he finds drawings on the floor and even a missing person poster. The deeper he goes, the more off it feels. He constantly feels like he's being watched. But that doesn't deter Mike. He presses on with his exploration of the school, and really, maybe he shouldn't have.
That's exactly the same. Yeah, it's...
Strange voices can be heard, and Mike is creeped out. But then, when he peers round a wall, he notices something at the far end. A mysterious dark figure. And if we brighten the footage, we can clearly see that someone or something is there. Mike doesn't wait a second longer and flees out an upper floor window in fear of his life. He later posted the video online, where viewers began analysing every single detail, especially the drawings he found earlier. Some say whatever this is actually resembles one of the stick figure sketches he found earlier. But what's your verdict? Did Mike catch something far more disturbing than he ever expected? Let me know.
Yeah, we've come across that one prior. Like I say, the pictures do seem quite creepy, to be fair, but the rest, it just seems a bit of a story again, unfortunately. But I mean, but that's off to these guys. If they are creating this sort of stuff, then it is impressive, to be fair, but legit, not so sure about that.
This next clip was filmed back in November 2013 in a small town in the Philippines. A local basketball coach had taken his team outside for a bit of training on a bright sunny day. He decided to film the session, just some casual footage of the kids running drills in the street. Nothing unusual, just another ordinary day, or so he thought. It wasn't until later that evening, when reviewing the footage at home, that he spotted something he couldn't explain.
Yun talagang doon lang ako nakapokus. Tignan ko lang sila isa-isa ganon. Wala akong nakita na isa man dumaan na ano.
As the players practice down the street, a dark figure suddenly appears, a child-sized shape sprinting past in the foreground. But here's where things get strange. The coach swears that no such child was present at the time. He even showed the footage to his students, and not one of them remembered seeing that particular kid during practice. Troubled, the coach took the footage to a video technician who carefully reviewed the file for any signs of editing or tampering, but the results No glitches, no signs of manipulation. And when the clip was aired by a local news station, viewers across the region were left speechless, not just because of the mystery child, but because many claimed they'd seen that same dark figure before, even though they lived in different towns. Locals began to refer it as the running child, a spirit said to appear near schools and playgrounds just before tragedy strikes. So who or what was caught sprinting past that day? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Mad. Be interesting to see if there was anything happen, if that's sort of like if a foreboding of stuff to come, if anything did actually happen after that. Creepy.
This final clip was shared to TikTok by user LukeyW01, who says he picked up a replica of the infamous Annabelle doll, mostly as a joke. It was a gift from a friend, meant
it hasn't killed him like the real one, has it, recently?
To creep out visitors who recognised it from the movies. At first, it was just a harmless decoration, but then strange things started happening in the room where the doll was kept. He'd hear light knocks, shifting sounds, and even faint whispering, but always when he was alone. So, to put his mind at ease, he set up a night vision camera and left it running overnight. The footage he caught was anything but comforting.
What? Again, it'd be quite hard to manipulate that with strings or whatever because of all the stuff in the way. The cat's looking as well. I don't know if you can see there's a cat just below me in this corner. And that seems to have picked up on it. Here he comes. Seems to be looking to the left of it, like as if something is sort of manipulating it in some way. And we'll see the fall again.
Luke.
See which way it pulls, and it just falls forward.
Lukey and viewers of this video believe this doll is haunted, as apparently Lukey has been experiencing paranormal activity ever since bringing this doll home. But what do you think? Is this doll haunted? Well, I'll leave that up to you to decide.
Yeah, interesting one, that last one. I don't know what you guys think of that. Possible manipulation, but it was hard to judge how because of the positioning of all the pictures and the tellies and stuff on the walls. But it might have, because the cat did seem to be looking slightly off to the left of the doll, as if something was catching its attention, but I could be wrong. Let us know what you guys think of that. Be interesting to get your thoughts. Leave them in the comments below, or if you see us going live, come by and have a chat. While you're at it, if you hit the thumbs up on the video, try and draw some views in. I will be grateful for that. Thanks again to MINDJUNKIE. If you want to pop by his channel, as I said, the link is in the description. Show him some support. And look forward to doing this again very soon. Catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.